All right, today we're cracking open a cold case file. We're going to do a deep, forensic-style breakdown of a really unsettling and still unsolved series of disappearances that all happen on one single, seemingly normal street.
Our story starts in one of those places you just feel is protected, kind of insulated from all the bad stuff in the world. A quiet little town where everybody knows everybody and nobody ever locks their doors. That feeling of safety was just a given.
But that feeling, it was a total illusion, and it was about to be completely shattered because something was deeply, terribly wrong on Elm Street.
To really understand what went down, we have to go back to the beginning. We need to get a feel for the place, the atmosphere, right before that first incident that would change this town forever.
So what was this place actually like? Well, Elm Street was the definition of peaceful. It's late October, there's a little chill in the air, but the community itself is warm, tight-knit. They had pretty much no history of any serious crime. By all accounts, it was about as safe as it gets.
And that's when things started to change. The source material describes it so vividly. This fog just rolls in, super thick and silent, wrapping around the streets like ghostly fingers. This wasn't just weather, you guys. This felt like a presence, an omen.
And now we get to it. The event that kicks this whole thing off. The very first disappearance. The one that starts this terrifying case file. The vanishing of a woman named Clara.
Let's break down her last known movements, minute by minute. It's 11 p.m., she's leaving work. By 11:10, she's almost home, right near the park. And then, in the span of just 3 minutes, everything happens. She sees something strange, she hears a noise, and then she's just gone.
This was the first clue, if you can even call it that. Just a stroller, sitting all by itself under a flickering streetlight. It's weird, it's out of place, and it's the one thing that made Clara stop in her tracks. It was the bait.
So as she's staring at this stroller, trying to make sense of it, she hears a sound, just a little rustle of leaves from a dark alleyway nearby. And this is the moment. This is when that feeling of being watched becomes a certainty. She is not alone.
And then, the environment itself seems to turn on her. That fog, which was already heavy, supposedly just got even thicker, right in that one spot, basically trapping her. It cuts her off from the rest of the world, just seconds before the final encounter.
Clara's vanishing was absolutely terrifying, but it was only the beginning. It wasn't long before everyone realized this wasn't some random one-off tragedy. A pattern was starting to emerge.
And this pattern reveals a very clear, very chilling MO. Whatever this thing was, it was methodical, it always targeted people who were alone, it was always at night, always near Elm Street, and always when the fog was thick. The tactic was to make them feel like they were being watched, and the result was always the same. The person was gone, without a single trace.
Now, with a pattern this obvious, you'd expect the police to be making some progress, right? But that's maybe the most baffling part of this whole case. There was literally nothing to find.
I mean, just look at this official evidence log. It tells a story of complete failure. They found 0 fingerprints. CCTV cameras in the area caught nothing but fog and shadows, no clear faces. No footprints, no tire marks, even though these people were vanishing from outside. The few witnesses they had, their testimony was totally inconclusive. The investigation had absolutely nothing to go on.
So, with no leads, no evidence, no suspects, the authorities hit a total dead end. The disappearances stopped just as mysteriously as they started, and the Elm Street case officially went cold. When you don't have facts, speculation takes over. And in all that fear and uncertainty, 2 main theories bubble to the surface. And honestly, they're both equally terrifying.
So, what was really going on? Well, Theory A says it was a human predator. Someone incredibly smart. Someone who knew all about forensics and how to leave no trace, who just used the fog as the perfect cover. But then there's Theory B, which suggests it was something else entirely. Not human. A phantom, maybe, that moves too fast and just doesn't play by the rules of our world.
And that really is the question at the heart of this entire case, isn't it? What's more terrifying to think about? An impossibly clever human monster? Or something that isn't human at all?
That official file is still open. The questions are still hanging in the air, completely unanswered. The Elm Street disappearances became this permanent, chilling scar on the town's history, a mystery that was never, ever solved.
And the source material leaves us with this final, haunting thought. It's a warning, really. A warning that whatever was out there might still be there, waiting in the fog. Because on Elm Street, the shadows keep their secrets.